these are the inexpensive coilovers I've picked up. This is what we're working here. Got the rears and the fronts. And as far as construction goes, I mean, so far it looks pretty alright. It looks like, any other coilover you'd get. The design of it is, pretty much the same as my BC coilovers on my S13. For the most part. I mean, it even has, adjustable stiffness, which a lot of cheaper coilovers don't seem to have. So that's pretty cool. In the box, they came with 2 fronts, 2 rears, some wrenches, and an Allen key. I think the Allen key is just for this this dampener. Even though you can just turn it by hand, it does have a keyed Allen port for that. I think it's too small for the camber bolts. But I mean, yeah, it's I like it so far. It's a lot better than the design of coilover that's currently on the car. I'll go ahead and I'll show you what that design is after I've pulled one off. But here's the top of it. No dampening adjustment, just a rusty nut on there. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and pop them on. This right front definitely needs to be replaced. The other 3 are probably pretty close to dead, although they don't really seem to be causing any issues so far. I will keep you guys updated. So this is what we're dealing with here. These front coilovers are pretty blown. These little bumps, which a normal car would soak up no problem, is just destroyed. It's just like clunk, clunk, clunk. Pretty damn bad. So even though these are pretty inexpensive coilovers that I'll be putting on, it'll still be a pretty good improvement over these. So here's that right front coilover. You can see just oily down there. And it's just really bouncy. So I mean, I'm pretty sure that was definitely what was causing the issue. And the other thing I was talking about is like I said, this is kind of more of the design I'm familiar with. And what I mean by that is that the spring touches there, and it's also touching there with a lock collar. So the spring pre-tension is always set, and then you adjust your ride height by loosening this coil and then spinning this piece down or up the threaded portion. Whereas this one doesn't have that. This spring freely moves back and forth, and this piece right here does not rotate at all. So I mean, I don't know if this was how it was designed, or if it's like missing this piece and actually it can rotate. It's just but anyway, it's all messed up. This was clunking. I think when I went over bumps, it would expand up and then slam down really hard. Yeah, that's just a leaky, worn out mess. But anyways, good to get them off. I'll probably just sell the whole set as like, suspension to roll your S14 around the shop on, for really cheap. But anyway, so I got one on. Got to put on the other one, and then the rears, and then we'll take it for a test drive. The old rear ones are out right here. I mean, it's got that same funky setup. I think the new ones look a lot beefier and better quality anyways. Rear ones are pretty easy, just the 2 nuts up here and the one bolt down here. And that one bolt bolts right on this point on the knuckle. And the 2 rear bolts, or the 2 top nuts, are right here, accessible under like the speaker cover. So all 4 coilovers are installed and the ride height has been adjusted. See that purple coilover right there? Purple one up there. Purple one back there. And purple one there. So installing the coilovers are actually pretty basic. It's 3 on top, 2 at the bottom for the fronts, and then 2 on top, and then 1 at the bottom for the rears. And you know, went pretty straightforward. I adjusted the ride height. It probably should be aligned just because the ride height may have changed slightly. But I'm going to go ahead and take it for a test drive, and I'll bring you guys along. Out here on the test drive, and man, does it ride a whole lot smoother. Like 10 times better. Those old coilovers were shot. You know, they're pretty much only good for rolling the car around the shop, I'd say. But yeah, I'm really happy about it. The only clunking you hear right now is the trunk. It doesn't latch, so it kind of bangs around a little bit. But yeah, definitely a lot happier with the ride. One last thing before I close this video out. The ride height that I chose, I don't really have any numbers for it, but it's higher in the front. You can kind of see, I think you can see that the front is you know, riding a little bit higher than the rear. Let me get you another angle. I don't know if that accurately shows it or not, but and I went for a little lower in the rear than in the front. I believe that's called reverse rake. Probably on a KA it doesn't need it, but it's kind of how I set up my JZ car as well. You can kind of see, you know, nice and low in the rear, kind of higher in the front. But what it does is it gives you extra grip in the rear, kind of makes you understeer, which, you know, seems kind of counterintuitive, but it really works on my JZ car. It feels a lot better than when I had it set up with the old ride height. But yeah, that's kind of what I have it set up here as. And what I did is I set the coilovers in the front like so, you know, just to get a little bit of caster out of it, as well as a little bit of camber. Anyways, thank you for watching. You know, subscribe if you like it. Give the video a like. You know, leave a comment what you think. And thanks for watching.